Resident Evil isn't exactly known for its story. Sure, the characters are pretty iconic and the villains are pretty badass, but the story could use some work. With that being said, Resident Evil games have been known to have some killer fucking endings. The lore of the franchise might be a bit all over the place, and the series has had its fair share of unanswered questions. But more often than not, the endings of each game usually does a fantastic job at wrapping things up and setting up the next entry of the franchise. By the way, this should be fairly obvious based on today's topic, but today's video clearly will have some spoilers as we will be talking about some of the endings of the Resident Evil games. Anyway, from teasing future installments with cliffhanger endings to closing a chapter with a pretty badass sequence, my name is Ruben with Nerdspace Games, and this is my top 10 best endings of Resident Evil. Let's get it. Number 10, Resident Evil, best ending. While sure, both the original and the remake's version of the first game of the franchise has one of the most satisfying endings seen in a horror game. Out of the entire franchise, it's one of the only games to have an ending that doesn't leave us with a cliffhanger or a teaser, but instead gives us a conclusion to the Spencer Mansion incident in one simple cutscene. Number 9, Resident Evil 2, True Ending. Both the original game and the remake is split into two playthroughs in which the player can only unlock the true ending of the game by completing both playthroughs of the game. This cutscene does a great job at delivering an exciting final confrontation with Birkin while also having a cute and adorable scene with Leon, Claire, and Sherry.
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No, we're just, well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look! He might be able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not, we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
Hey, you guys can adopt me.
Adopt you?
We can get a puppy.
Puppy.
And a parrot.
Parrot.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Number 8, Resident Evil Revelations 2, True Ending. Revelations 2 actually contains two endings, one of which is canon and one of which is not. Although unlike most endings of the franchise, Revelations 2 features two bad endings, as both endings of the game has the main villain basically winning. It's not very often where we see a villain win in a Resident Evil game, so obviously for that reason I had to include this ending on today's list.
Look, Moira. I know I should have let you have your space.
It's okay. I gave you plenty of reasons to worry.
You held your own out there, Moira.
Of course she did. She's a fucking Burton. Anyway, let's let these guys come in and clean up.
So, what are you gonna do now, Barry?
I'm gonna go back to being a father.
So, he's in China now?
However, at this time, we are unable to find
All right.
any connections to the wide-scale terror
Yeah.
attacks that occurred.
Well, tell
in
Piers to look
China,
after him.
as well as the tragedy that befell the city of Tall Oaks earlier this week. Authorities are struggling to stem the panic that has taken hold of China. The UN anti-terrorism.
Dad, would you get your ass in gear? Claire will be here any minute.
Late last night, one of the BSA
Well, excuse me.
is saying,
Hey, Polly, you see my jacket over there?
unpredictable.
Natalia, are you upstairs? Come on down and get ready.
A cage went in search of a bird. But now, the bird is gone. The bird has changed.
Number 7, Resident Evil 4 Remake. The original RE4 didn't have much to offer in terms of the ending. You got a weird and awkward scene of Ashley hitting on Leon, and then you get a scene of Leon hitting on Hunnigan. That's pretty much all you really get with the original game. However, Resident Evil 4 Remake added a couple additional scenes that teases the future of the franchise. More specifically, it teases Resident Evil 5 Remake. And of course it gives us more Albert Wesker, and we could all use a little more Wesker in our lives, can't we?
Mission accomplished, right?
Mission accomplished. When you're home safe.
Thank you for saving me.
Don't mention it.
You know, I could put in a word with my dad. Have you assigned to my detail, if you're interested?
You don't need me. You proved you could handle yourself. Even if you could use a lesson in knife safety. Come on. Let's go home.
Condor 1? Bruce to Condor 1, do you read me? Come in. I said come in. Is this thing even on? Leon. Leon, are you and Ashley all right? Where are you? Come on!
Patch me through. I've obtained the amber.
Excellent.
Just one question. What are you planning to do with this?
We do not pay you to ask questions. All you need to know is a new dawn is breaking. 100 will give their lives so that just one may live. I am expediting that change.
So, we're talking millions of casualties.
Billions.
How ambitious? We're changing course, now.
Number 6, Resident Evil 7. The franchise has changed multiple times throughout the many Resident Evil games that we got in the last 28 years. One of those changes was seen in RE7 when the franchise focused on its horror roots, but this time in first person. The story also followed a brand new protagonist named Ethan who battled through heaven and hell to save his missing wife. However, as seen at the end of the game, Resident Evil 7 also brings back one of the main characters of the franchise, Chris Redfield, to assist Ethan with bringing down Evelyn once and for good.
I'm Redfield. I'm glad we found you. The fuck took you guys so long?
Ethan?
Mia. You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
They say that when one door closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Mia and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
Number 5, Resident Evil 5. The biggest villain of the franchise is Albert Wesker, and the biggest rivalry of the series is between him and Chris Redfield. So seeing as Resident Evil 5 is basically the final showdown between these two iconic characters, it stands to reason that the final cutscene that leads to Wesker's death by Chris's hands is an ending deserving of the number 5 spot on today's list.
Grab on!
use those!
Ready, partner?
Locked and loaded.
Suck on this, Wesker.
Your time's up, you son of a bitch. That was for our fallen brothers.
It's over.
Yes. Finally.
More and more, I find myself wondering if it's all worth fighting for. For a future without fear? Yeah, it's worth it.
Number 4, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Barry endings, and character epilogues. While both the remake and the original RE3 endings are relatively the same, there's a few more things included in the original game's version that earns itself a spot on today's list. For one, there's 2 endings of the game that features Barry Burton as the person that picks up both Carlos and Jill in a helicopter. Obviously, this cameo was pretty awesome, but sadly it was cut from the remake. Also, RE3 had character epilogues that gave additional endings to 8 main characters of the franchise, one for each time you beat the game.
Thanks, you saved us.
I couldn't let you die.
Is it you?
Are you ready to finish this?
It's coming!
Yeah. It's the end.
That's it. Umbrella's going down.
Number 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Code Veronica has one of the longer endings as it's basically the entire climax of an action movie essentially. Still, that doesn't mean that the ending of Code Veronica wasn't satisfying. In fact, it may be my personal favorite ending of the franchise in terms of fan service. The rivalry between Chris and Wesker is one of the most iconic parts of the franchise, and seeing this fight sequence on the roof at the end of the game was extremely satisfying to see.
Chris!
Well done, Chris. It turns out that Alexia's work wasn't much of anything. So now, the only thing left is revenge.
Let her go, Wesker! You don't want her.
Fine.
Claire!
Today's a good day. I came for Alexia, but killing you is even better.
Sorry to disappoint you, but Alexia is gone.
That's no longer a concern to me. I have Steve to work with.
What?
Steve.
In his body, there's still a living T. Alexia virus. Steve should be a good specimen. Maybe he'll come back alive, just as I did, and be able to see your sister again.
You freak!
Don't you touch him!
I'm sorry, dear heart. But my men have already taken him.
You get out of here, Claire.
But what about...
As a surviving member of STARS, I have to finish this.
Remember your promise.
I'll end this once and for all. Say hello to my comrades who you've killed.
I don't know where you get your confidence, Chris.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel evacuate immediately.
Sure, I'm not human anymore. But just look at the power I've gained. Magnificent, don't you think? Nice try.
Wesker.
lucky day. Next time we meet, don't count on another.
Next time.
Until we meet again.
Chris, where are you? Chris!
Hey, you know that I always keep my promises.
Chris, promise me. Please promise that you won't leave me alone again.
I'm sorry, Claire, but it's not over yet. There's still something we've got to do.
You mean...
Yeah, it's payback time. We've got to destroy Umbrella. Now, let's finish this once and for all!
Number 2, Resident Evil 6, Chris's Campaign. RE6 might get a lot of heat, but there are some things that it does right. In Leon's campaign, it was the gameplay, but in Chris's campaign, it was the story. Watching Chris and Pierce bond over the next few hours as we play through their entire story was one of the best parts of Resident Evil 6. And the ending of their story, while tragic, is without a doubt one of the best endings of the franchise.
What are you doing? No, Pierce, don't! You can still make it out! God damn it, Pierce!
Piers, open the goddamn door! That's an order!
Captain. We've received new orders. All right.
Better get to it then.
Yes, sir.
Personally, I believe that the best ending of the franchise is Resident Evil Village. This ending has it all. Death of main character, a tragic sacrifice, a noble goodbye, and even a cliffhanger that surprised us all and potentially teased the future of the franchise. Seeing Ethan give up everything to save his daughter and seeing Chris and Mia feel the impact of his sacrifice hit hard for all of us. It's hard to think of an ending that surpasses the one that we got in Village, and for that reason, Resident Evil Village claims the #1 spot on today's list.
I think we've finished each other.
Ethan, we gotta move. Keep moving, Ethan. There's a bomb in that thing that'll blow this whole village sky high. Hey, look at me. When I hit this trigger, we can't be anywhere near it. Ah, damn it. Mia's waiting for you. She's alive, you hear me? Alive.
Mia, I'm so sorry. I love you. Keep Rose safe.
Hey. And you tell yourself. Now come on, it's not that much further.
Watch over her. Teach her to be strong.
God damn it.
Goodbye, Rosemary.
Ethan.
Rose?
Go, take us up now.
Wait! Where's Ethan?
Get moving. We have to get clear.
No! We can't go, not without my husband!
Mia, sit down and strap in.
Not before you tell me where Ethan is. I know he wouldn't abandon us. Tell me what's going on. Where? What was that?
I told you to sit down.
Where is he? Chris? What have you done?
He's gone. I tried. He stayed so we could all escape. I'm sorry.
Captain, you need to see this. BSAA didn't send soldiers. This is a bioweapon.
The hell were they thinking?
Orders, Captain.
Pick up the rest of the squad. Plot a course for BSAA Europe HQ. Someone's gotta pay.
think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon, it's too far away.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then he can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon feels like
It does. But if...
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday. Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Yeah, I found her. Where else? Today of all days. We have a situation. You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
But that does it for this episode of Nerdspace Games. Hit up the comments and let me know what you think of my list. Does Resident Evil Village have the best ending of the franchise, or is there a different RE game that has a better ending? Let me know down below. Anyway, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more survival horror content. Also, leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed today's topic. But thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Nerdspace Games. Take care.